Good morning everyone. Today we are going to do a tutorial about how to make customized UAssets and then import them into your game scenes. I will using this crash rock as example. In my imagination, the game scene inside this parkour game, all the scenes supposed to be cyberpunk object like that kind of robotic obstacle or robotic platform, etc. Right now, this one is very simple. It's just a simple cube with brick texture. But fortunately, this one is a blueprint object, so we only have to do import your model into this blueprint object and using that one to replace the box model here. So that's the whole thing. Let's get started. Okay, so if you already have Blender inside your laptop, then we can get started. So first things I want you guys to delete everything inside the scene. We don't need them. Just press delete, select them, and delete. It will be done. Then go to add, choosing mesh, and create a cube. Now let's go to the wireframe mode, go to the object, edit mode. Go to the edge selection mode here, choosing all the edge and using Ctrl and B or using bevel to create a bevel edge, just like this. Now, once you finish this one, we can go to the face selection mode. Okay, choosing the face here. Okay, next part, let's press extrude along normal. Alright, but now don't move anything. Just press ESC, make the face stay in the same positions. Next part, press scale, and you can press S key on your keyboard. Force the object be scaled. Okay, but right now, if you scale the object, it will be the face will be put inside. But it's okay. That's the effect I want to have. Next part, right click again, extrude the face along normal. Let's do that one more time. And I want to extrude the face inside. Probably just like this. Okay, pretty much done. Let's go to the shading mode. Let's take a look. So that's the box that I want to have, and I want to use this one to replace the crash rock. So once we have this one, you can press tab key, jump out of the edit mode, go back to the object mode. So next part, we are going to using some material. First things I want you guys to check the UV setting inside Blender. Let's move your mouse icon to the border of the window, split this window into two sections. Change the editor. Change this one to UV editor. Now, go to edit mode. Choosing the face. Press A key to select all the faces. Okay. Then press U key. This time we can use in cube projection because this one basically is a cube. So now we have. You can see that all the faces, they will be overlapping. But it's okay because basically we are going to use a tiling way to apply the texture. So now we can turn off this one, turn off the UV editor. Let's go to shade editor. Next part, please jump out of the edit mode, go to the object mode. Let's go to material, let's press this plus icon and let's press new. Let's create a material, which name machine. Next one, we have to import some texture inside. I already find some texture on internet here. That's the texture I want to use. Basically, it's more like a cyberpunk textures. And we can easily using these texture to generate the normal map. Basically, the function of normal map is to make the surface looks like 3D object. So we can just go to this website, upload the picture here, and then you can using this website to create displacement, ambient occlusion, specular map, etc. So I want to download all of them. So now I have this one. Let's go to display and download. And you can use in ambient occlusion as well. You can download that. Specular, you can download that as well. So now we have all of them. Let's go to the download part. Okay, so that's all the things I have. Let's put them to the game folder here. Okay. So next part, let's bring the material inside. I want to copy these paths so that we can find them. So how can we do that? A hotkey, if you have the Node Wrangler plugin inside Blender, you can simply press the Control key on your keyboard and you can call out this one. All the rest of the setting will automatically be done. If you don't have, then you can press Shift A, go to Find Image Texture here. Basically, it's the same idea. Let's open up the texture folder. It's right here. First one for sure, it will be the machine patterns. You have to change the viewport to viewport shading or render mode so that you can see the patterns. Okay, so now it looks perfect. Next part, I want to create a UV map, which means the normal. I want to create a normal map. So that's using this one to call out the normal map. Control V, pass the same pathway, find out the normal map. This time we have to connect a node, which name normal map. It's right here. But unfortunately, it's on the wrong direction, so you can hold on your Control key and using your mouse, the right mouse button to cut off the connection. Connect color to color, and you can change the strength as much as you want. Let's put in the normal to the normal directions. So you can see that actually right now this one has some, yes, it has some, faking texture, faking pattern generated on the surface. If we go to the render mode and let's put a light, Shift A, create a light, go to Find Light and choosing Area Lighting, move this up, enlarge, and you can rotate this one, and enlarge, strengthen the lighting, 1000. Okay, so see, that's the pattern. It has been generated. For sure, you can make this one stronger, but basically, I think that's the maximum we can do. Alright, anyway, now we have the normal map. You can put the rest of the thing inside, for example, like the metallic, like the roughness, etc. For the metallic, it will make the texture looks more like metal. So I will make this one probably 0.7. And for the roughness, if you increase this one to the max, it will become like mirror, alright? But if you take this one to 0, the surface will have no specular highlight, etc. So next part, specular, you can also use in that one as well. So let's just copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Oh, sorry, we can't do that. Let's go to Find Image Texture again. Sorry for that. Something wrong here. Alright. Okay, so now we have. For the image texture, let's find the specular. So here we have color to specular. Okay, so now we have. And if you want, you can also use in displacement, but right now I think all the things here we did is just for preview the material. So I will stop right here. Next part, I want to create a central light inside this cube. So remember, the things we created will be generated inside this cursor. So right now the cursor is located in the world center. It's perfect because I want the things to be located in the center of the box. Let's just keep moving forward. Let's go to Add, Mesh, and I want to create a cylinder, just like this. But I want to enlarge this one and also make this one longer. Also, you can click the button here, increase the number of the segment. So let's increase probably to 40. Yeah, it will be quite enough. And for the radius, let's scale down. Make this one smaller. I think 0.5 will be better. And then make this one longer. I want this one be 2.1. Something like this. Probably it can be bigger. So let's type in 0.75. Just like this. And this one longer. 0.2, 2.2. Okay, perfect. So that's it. Now let's go to the edit mode. Again, let's choose in the border. Let's choose in the border here. How can we select the rim border? Well, right now it's not that good for me to see, so let's switch back to the shading mode. Hold on your Shift and Alt key, so you can do the rim selection. For this one, same idea. Now let's use Ctrl and B to bevel the border. So now we have. For the inner part, let's do the same thing. Go to the face selection mode. face selection mode, choosing the face here. Then extrude individual face. Press S key, scale down the face. So now we have. Next part, I think I will stop right here. For these two faces, I want to create a new material. So let's just go to the object mode, create one material. I will call this one metal. Alright, and we can change the color probably to some dark gray, and this one more metallic material, something like that. Let's make this one darker. And also right click, shade auto smooth. It will looks better. Okay, so now we have. Next part for the roughness, I want this one be polished. So let's type in probably 0.7, this one 0.7, etc. For the inner part, I want this one can be glowing. So let's go to tab, press tab key on your keyboard, and you can go to edit mode. Let's create a new material and create a new one. Let's call this one image. Okay, so now I want this one can emit some color, emit some light. So let's go to emissions. Let's change the color here and increase the number of the strength. And right now, because we are under the edit mode, so actually we haven't assigned any material on this one. So we have to select the face like this two circle, then choosing assign. So material will be assigned on these two objects. Okay, so now we have it. Alright. For the metal part, well, you can try to using the normal map as well. Let's shift the A, image texture, open up the normal, something like this, and let's create normal map. Don't forget to reset the connection. Put this one to normal map. Okay, so now it only has the patterns, but it doesn't have any texture, any color texture on that. It's okay. But I want to reset up the UV map. So let's go to the edit mode again, select all of them, press U key, and choosing small UV project, unwrap. Okay, probably I will stay just like this. Doesn't look perfect, but it's fairly okay. So let's scale down because right now this goes through go out of the cube. So let's scale down a little bit and make this one longer. Alright, so now we have. Next part, let's try to do the duplicate. Shift D for copy. Rotate this one into 90 degrees. So you can do that by manually way, or you can go to here, find out the panel and type in 90. Shift D one more time. And again, rotate on the direction, type in 90. Okay, so now we have. So this is the cube I want to have. So let's choosing all these things. We can use in the hotkey if you have already installed the boot tools. Basically, you can find them here. Go to preferences and go to find add-ons. And right now, I already have boot tool. If you don't have, please find them here. Boot tools. Boot tools. Okay. So I will just keep using this one. So let's choosing this model, choosing this object, Control and plus. And you can do the UV. You can do the Boolean control. Alright, and if you don't want to do that, it's also okay. Let's just choose in all of them, and you can remove the light right now, but we don't need that right now. Let's choose in all of them. Press Ctrl and J, join them together, so that will become one. Okay. So, but for now, there will be 3 material bowl inside. So, it will be a little bit heavy, but it's also okay. Anyway, let's save. Let's save this one, call this one Crash Rock. Okay, so I think it's pretty much done, but if you want to refine this one, also we still can do some bevel on the border, make this one looks more realistic. But I will stop right here. Next part, let's start to export this geometry. Let's go to File, Export, and this time I will use in FBX. And you can choose in limited to selected object. And we don't have animation, so uncheck this one. And let's call this one Crash Rock, and probably a CI. So export. Okay, so now we have. Now we can go back to Unreal and then bring all the texture and bring the model inside. Okay, so now we are back to Unreal. First things, let's bring all the texture back to our Unreal project. So let's just go to import and choosing the file we just downloaded. This 4. Let's choosing this file. Let's choose all of them and choosing open up. So now they are inside. Next things, let's create a material. Right click, choosing material. Let's go to find here. Just choosing material. And I will call this one RAY machine. Probably just machine. Okay, just like this. Double click, enter to this material row. And we can just directly drag the texture to here. Like this. And first one for sure it will be the base color. And second one, the normal map. Let's go to here. And we can connect the normal map to the normal map. Alright. For the metallic, we can just simply increase the number here. Probably to 3 or even 5, up to you. Next part, we can try to using, we don't have specular, but we have displacement and ambient occlusion. Let's try. Alright, let's use ambient occlusion. Let's go to here, ambient occlusion. For ambient occlusion, somehow it will strengthen the border of the geometries. For the roughness, I think we can increase the number, probably 0.7, and choosing save. Okay, so now we have. Next part, we can bring our model to the Unreal. I want to add a new folder, so let's press add and go to find a new folder. I will call this one RAY model. But I want to drag this one out. Move here. Okay, RAY model. Then choosing import, and I have to find my model. I think it's on the desktop. Where is that? Gliding Python. I guess this one. Okay, let's go back to here. Pass it here. Okay, let's bring the model inside. Import all. Oh, okay. So actually, it already automatically generated the material for me. So now I have the static mesh like this. So next part, I want to change the emissive material here, just like this one. Let's take a look about how we set up the emissive material. So actually, inside Unreal's emissive material, it will be like this. We have to using emissive color and using a constant 3, etc. And intensity, or okay, this is a parameter. Alright, let's try to do that here. Let's use a multiply. Connect to emissive color. And we can create a constant. Let's type in 10. Now let's change the color here. I want this one can be blue. Probably 10 is too small. Let's type in 500. Okay, cool. Alright, so pretty much done. Okay, so now we have. Next part, let's go to find the model. Next, the only things we have to do is using this model to replace the smash rock. So let's just drag this one to here. Okay, obviously it's too huge. So let's scale down. Probably don't forget to lock the proportions. Type in 0.7, 0.6, 0.5. Okay, 0.5 is pretty good. And also I want to use change the hierarchy. For this rock, I don't need that anymore. Probably enlarge a little bit. 0.35. Okay, once you finish, you can save and compile, and everything will be replaced like this. Okay, it looks pretty cool. but probably the emissions is a little bit too much. Let's change that. Probably just change this one to 100. Save. Okay, so now we have. Let's take a look. Alright, looks fairly okay. Okay, cool. So anyway, that's about how to make a very simple customized object inside your Unreal game scenes. So for the rest of the part, you can try to do that by yourself. No matter it's about the ground or it's about this kind of platformer, please try to do that by yourself, okay? Alright, so I will do that by myself and show you in the end of this video. Okay, so I just quickly add some new texture and material inside and create these scenes. So basically all the scenes is not about modeling, it's just about textures. And very simple, I didn't using too many techniques. It's just about apply the parameter on base color using a normal matte to increase the detail, etc. So that's it. Okay, so now we have this one. Okay, so the detail of the background looks pretty good. For sure, you can make the entire model size. So for example, make the ground color, etc. So it will look much more better than now. But right now, I will just stop right here because probably most of you doesn't have the modeling technique inside Blender. But if you want, you can use it right now to do that. Okay, so that's it. So please try to use this kind of technique to refine your game project. That's all. See you next time.